many years, Philippines is a home to 17 million indigenous people who makes up 110 ethno-linguistic groups. Facing historical discriminations, indigenous groups lacks access to social services and economic and political opportunities. So paano natin ito masusolusyonan? First, let's get to know them. The Bontoc is a group of former headhunters who traditionally live in a steppe region along Upper Chico River in the central mountain province of Northern Luzon. They are also known as Bontoc, Bontoc Igorot. Pinaniniwalaan ng mga modern people ngayon na noong unang panahon may isang grupo ng mga tao na nakipag-barter lang para sa meat, salt at alak at nagustuhan na nilang tumira sa lugar na yon. Totoo ang napakaganda ng Pilipinas that time. At pagkatapos nun, doon na nga nagsimula ang Bontoc tribe. Walang specific na time, date, kung kailan nangyari ito. Pero malinaw na malinaw sa lahat na ang Bontoc ay nakilala bilang Northern Luzon headhunters at sa kanilang distinctive tattoos. The Bontoc tribe described three types of tattoos. First, the chaklag or the tattooed chest of the head takers. Next is the pong-o or the tattoos on the arms. Next is the fateg or the other tattoos on the part of the body. The women were only tattooed on the arms. It enhanced their beauty and signifies the readiness to marriage. It is also believed that yung mga lalaking Bontoc, hindi nila papakasalan yung isang babaeng Bontoc kung walang tattoo sa kanilang kamay. Curious tayo kung paano nga ba yung way ng pagtatato nila noon. Well, expect the worst. Yun yung manual na pagtatato gamit ng kamay. Panoorin natin. Let us now listen to the other story and distinction of the Bontoc tribe.
Their distinctive culture reflects their livelihood and religious activity. Most of the people back then, they were recognized and named as headhunters. They were recognized as the headhunters of the North Luzon. Bontoc people use weapons such as battle axes, knives and spears, and shields. The Bontoc work with metal and make spear blades with double piston bellows. Each villages has traditionally specialized in a single craft: baskets, pottery, beeswax, fermented sugar cane juice, spear blades, and breech cloths. Healing ceremonies do not include singing or dancing, and patay do not go into trance. Moreover, their culture reflects on their creativity. The Bontoc people used to play a circular rhythmic dance that acted out specific parts of the hand, always accompanied by the gangsa or bronze gong. Instead of participating in the common games of chants or pastimes that other parts of the country played, the Bontoc did this instead. During the dance play, there was no talking or singing, although women did participated. Everyone is involved, including the kids. It was a serious but enjoyable experience. The Bontoc dance in circles to gong music.
Next, we go to the house rules of Bontoc. They have called this Pabajon and Ulog, which the children go on sleeping in their respective until they are grown up and married. Bontoc women have a reputation for being hard workers. Ulog means young women sleep in a common sleeping quarter to which young men are freely invited. When it comes naman po sa mga namatayan or pag may matay, according to one of the residents in Bontoc, Aunt Lisel, if a part of a family died, people or the resident in that community are not allowed to do any labor or not allowed to work. Also, the family members. The family members are refrained to go to work and must stay at home. Also, they are refrained to do any household chores during the week. This ceremony po is what they called as abig.
Siyempre, hindi mawawala ang love story ng isang Bontoc people. Paano nga ba ang kanilang way ng pagkakasal? Tunghayan natin.
When it comes to this naman po, they have several days of ritual. First is to deliver the black beans, or they call it faratong. Next is the bride family sends out the salted pork to the grooms, or they call it kaku. This is countered by sending a glutinous rice or a sapa. There are also this very important rite, which is the exchange of food, or they call it in Sukatan nan makan. After the dowry, the kulog, tungor, kamat, kaulog, and karang. Karang is the main event or the main marriage ritual. After this karang, the next day, there is this called putut, which very interesting po kasi which only the intermediate relatives are invited to eat breakfast. Only the relatives. Then after 2 days after the putut, the couples can live together, but they have a limit. They have to sleep separately. They are not allowed to sleep together. They have to wait 5 days pa po. They have to wait 5 days before they sleep together. And this ritual called atufong. But according to Ma'am Lisel, they don't follow this ritual in today's generation, but instead, the both parents of both sides have to give dowry to the couple as they start to live as a husband and wife.
Paano naman kaya ang kanilang paniniwala o ang belief system nila that time?
Sa puso ng Sagada, isang maliit na bayang nakatago sa gitna ng mga ulap, naganap ang isang malaking ritual ng komunidad. Buhay na bahagi ng kanilang kasaysayan. This is in existence of Adi Kaila. Si Adi Kaila ang Diyos ng mga Igorots. Pinaperform nila ang Bontoc ritual to give meaning and significance to the umili and life. Para sa kanilang, ibig sabihin ng umili ay community. Sinabi ng mga nakatandang taga-Sagada na may hindi kukulang sa 5 begnas bawat taon ay sinasagawa ng mga Sagada Kankanaay. Ang mga praktikang ito ay kaugnay sa agrikultura at mga usaping pangkomunidad. Subalit, bukod sa layunin ng masaganang ani at pasasalamat, may mga begnas ding kaugnay sa paglilinis ng mga karanasan na nararanasan ng komunidad. May natanungan din ako na ang begnas daw ay 3-day celebration tuwing pagkatapos ng pag-anim ng palay. One is Begnas Dihuk. Nagaganap ito sa buwan ng Marso pagkatapos ng pagmimina ng tubo or sugarcane na tinatawag nilang lubag. At kapag ang butil ng palay sa mga bukid ay nasa kanilang yugto ng buting, tumutugtog na sila ng mga gong. Pangalawa naman ay Begnas Dilatab. Ito ay karaniwang ginagawa sa buwan ng Hunyo upang isara ang mga babayas o kaya mga community weddings na nangyayari ng Mayo at bago magsimulang kanilang harvest season. Pangatlo naman ay ang Wang Endi Sinabak. Pinaperform naman ito sa month ng August bago nila araruhin ang mga rice fields. Sa tradisyon naman na to ay hindi sila tumutugtog ng gong. Pang-apat ay Begnas Diabyab. Pinaperform nila ito sa last week ng October o kaya first week naman ng November. Depende ito sa kung kailan karamihan sa bini ng palay ang ibinubot. Tumutugtog din sila ng gong sa tradisyong ito. Ang panglima naman ay Tangab di Babayas. Pinaperform ito tuwing January upang i-close ang babayas or community wedding na naganap noong December. May mga 3 begnas pa rin na nagaganap regularly ngayon. Yun ay ang Begnas Dihuk, Begnas Dilatab, at Begnas Diabyab. Ito ay ayon kay Lopez na isang membro ng Sangguniang Bayan ng Sagada.
Now let us discuss the religion, belief system, and rituals of the Bontoc tribe. The pre-Christian Bontoc belief system centers on a hierarchy of spirits, the highest being a supreme deity called Intutongcho, whose son Lumawig descended from the sky, or Chaya, to marry a Bontoc girl. Lumawig taught the Bontoc their arts and skills, including irrigation of their land. The Bontoc also believe in the Anito, which are spirits of the dead who are omnipresent and must be constantly consoled. Anyone can invoke the Anito, but a seer, or also called as Insupok, intercedes when someone is sick through evil spirits. Traditional religion remains strong among the Bontoc tribe, especially spirits associated with the dead. These spirits, known as Anito, live in a separate spirit world in the mountains that is not unlike the one people live in. They are consulted on all characterized matter and relay the answers through bird calls. Lumawig is the supreme deity, the son of High Supreme God, which is Intutongcho.
Diba? Tunay ngang nakakamangha ang isang grupo pa lang na indigenous people dito sa Pilipinas. Ngayon, tunghayan naman natin ang kanilang pagkain at ang kanilang medisina.
The main dish is etag. This region is a landlocked. The only way to preserve food was the region's cold weather and the old-style smoking and curing of meats. In Bontoc, serving pinikpikan with etag is a gift of love. Etag can be served as is, steam and slice, or can be used as ingredient in soups, veggie dishes, or stews. Some claims etag is a substitute for ham or bacon for the carbonara, but etag is too precious to put in carbonara. For medicine, Boni is the healing ritual in Mountain Province. It is performed by the village elder, or what they call Mambonong, for the treatment of a wide range illness, including cancer, debility, or to counter witchcraft and spells. After prayers invoking the gods and spirits, while partaking in the drinking of tapoy or rice wine, the elder or mambonong orders the slaughter of a native pig. The slaughter is performed by the tudok method, stabbing the pig in the upper lateral chest to cause an internal bleeding. The pig is then placed to a burning wood for about an hour. The animal is opened and the liver is removed and present to the mambonong.
For many years, Philippines is a home to 17 million indigenous people who makes up 110 ethno-linguistic groups.